Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. This is Castantino. Today we're going to be talking about what happened about a week or so ago and what may or may not have caused this. Basically, we're going to talk about, again, the Spider-Man will he go, will he stay thing. He's officially staying. Okay? Sony came back to the table. Apparently, they agreed to the original 25% offer, where they're putting the 20% more into the film than they previously did, so they're taking a bigger risk. But I'm not even interested in that. What I'm interested in is why. The why of this. Now, there's at least two theories, and there's my opinion. So we're going to talk about all three of these. Let's get rid of the dumbest one, that Tom Holland, I think that's the kid's name, I don't give a shit, basically was like, dudes, the fans love these movies, and you gotta seriously do something. I think that is as low on the totem pole as you can get, as far as if that's true, because guess what, the guy was freaking under contract, so no. I immediately tossed that out the window. I just have to mention it because... Now, and of course, my opinion is that Sony wouldn't come back without getting an offer with the merchandise, because Spider-Man is a very lucrative property because he's well known and the merchandise sells. So, there's that. Now, here's the third one, which kind of gives me pause in the sheer stupidity behind it. Midnight's Edge made a video about after it was announced from recording of this. It's been about week or two. Now, personally, I have nothing against Midnight's Edge. I love watching their stuff, and they usually have some decent things going on there. They do their homework and all that stuff. They know more about what's going on than I do. I'm just a guy who makes videos and bases his opinions based on other people's what I see in other videos, and watching movies. So, now their opinion is that Sony agreed to the terms only because Marvel is admitting, okay, you can be part of the MCU. That is some schoolyard bullshit right there. I got to thinking, because this is my second take on the second, third, fourth on this video. I got to thinking, and none of it still doesn't make, it makes more sense, but not enough to bring Sony. It doesn't make financial sense, in my opinion, for Sony, 100% financial sense. So, basically, this is basically getting someone, the guy who has the ball, if he is allowed to play on the good team, despite him being the worst player on the ball field. That's basically how I see it. It's his ball. Okay, you can be on the same team as whoever, and that's it. That's seriously how it sounds. Which makes me think that can't be it. That can't be it. That's too stupid. That is, even for the idiots in charge of Sony, that's stupid. So, I came up with a few ideas. Number one, either the merchandise, again, I bring that up because, again, it's very lucrative. So I think the merchandise somehow got involved in this. I can't entirely see Sony and Disney giving that up, considering Disney's wonderful problems, I got videos on that, or if you want to go get a more honest, well, I'm a reporter. If you want to get an honest thing of what's going on in Disney, I suggest going to Clownfish TV for that. But yeah, I can't. Disney's so freaking getting crushed under the whole SEC watching them. They've got other groups watching them. Other people are now watching them. They got local law enforcement. If you haven't heard, they had a accident up at down at Disney World with their skyline crashing into each other. They're calling it a malfunction. What I'm calling it a you fucked up, you stupid lazy cucks. Because there were people. This wasn't a test run. They actually had people on it. So screw you. You fucked up. Anyway. So that's number one. Number two, which I kind of thought while I was actually editing the original take, was that Spider-Man may be now, Sony may be allowed to now use Spider-Man in their films, which means he'll be in Madam Web film. He'll be in this Black and Silver film with the Silver Sable and Black Cat. He'll be in the Mobius. He can be in Mobius films. He can be in the Venom sequel. It's just what. That's it. That's seriously all I can think of. Because, but even that, what's that going to do? What is that going to do? I mean, the only thing that Sony will be getting is basically recognition from Marvel. So they're going to be milking the Marvel cow. They're going to be drinking from the Marvel cow's tit, along with Disney. They're going to be able to say, oh yeah, they're going to be able to say, yeah, come see our movie because we're Marvel, which is going to eat up Disney's takes, because I think the deal is Sony can still make its own movies, but Disney won't have anything to do with it, which means if they make Venom and they have Spider-Man in that, if then, let's say the next movie makes like over $1 billion again. I'm not sure if the first one did or not. I think it came close, 800 million. But regardless, Disney doesn't get that movie money. They don't get that cash. So, but still, there's still the freaking marketing, which the merchandise. I mean, I guess Sony wins because they now can have Spider-Man in their films. I guess, but like I said, you know what? I'll put a link in the description for Midnight's Edge's thing about this, but it just sounds like such a typical thing in Hollywood, where it's if it's what they say, where it's just an acknowledgement thing and they can still use Spider-Man in their thing. It's such a BS thing. It just feels like the typical, we can do this now, and damn the future. Because the merchandise is ultimately what's going to prop things up. um, because you can only make movies so many times. Like, you can only make a Venom movie, and then you have to start the process all over again with the getting a director, getting a producer, making producer, and writing a script, and blah blah blah. Yeah. So it's gonna be interesting. I don't know. I don't know. I doubt we'll hear any more details on this deal. Um, but it just sounds so petty and stupid if it just came down to Sony just getting their way, because getting the most minuscule way just because they had the only ball on the playground. I don't know. But yeah, so we'll see what happens. This is Cass. I'll see you in the next episode.